this is the tale of all Alex's fights. He gets to this position right here in a nice sweet spot in the void. Once he gets here, he feels the trauma, he feels the voodoo, he feels all that stuff, and he's able to let it go. Could have jumped on that ass, as our good friend Aljo was saying, I'm coming on that ass. Look at that. Look at beautiful Muay Thai knee right there on Khalil and the Muay Thai plum. You don't really see a lot of good clinch games in the UFC or mixed martial arts nowadays. He fucking tried, right? You cannot say that about him. He went out there and he did his absolute best, and he gained a lot of fans, and his stock has risen even higher from the display of heart in mixed martial arts. But shout out to Alex Pereira doing his best job and showing why he's the best light heavyweight in the world right now. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. We have the void breakdown of Alex Pereira taking on Khalil Rountree. Now, this was an amazing fight. I had Khalil Rountree winning this fight because I believe he had something that Alex Pereira hasn't fought for, and I'm also a fan of Khalil. I'm a fan of Alex Pereira, but we got some good photos for you guys. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to know when we go live. Now, here is the stare down right here of Khalil taking on Alex Pereira. Obviously, Alex had the size difference. He was a lot taller than Khalil, and you saw that in the fight as well. Like, each time Khalil was trying to get across the void and get to Alex, he was having a hard time getting there. Just as I was doing the reaction, I was like, man, if he's just a little bit longer. And here is the stats right here. Age 37, 34, but this was that, 3 inches taller, which goes a long way, and also the reach as well. But the one thing that Khalil Rountree did have over Alex was the speed advantage. You can clearly tell that when it came to just the explosiveness and the speed, Khalil was definitely the winner in that category. But obviously speed doesn't win all the fights, but that was the biggest thing that going into this fight that we saw. Obviously the favorite was going to be Alex Pereira because he's on a he's on the tear right now. The only person who ever beat him in the octagon is the Adesanya, and there is the epic stare down, the eyes. Look at those eyes. Can you see the trauma, the voodoo? All right, let's get right to it. Now, this is one of the things that I enjoyed about watching Khalil Rountree is because he's had some Muay Thai training, and you can tell each time Alex Pereira would throw that high kick, he would always do the traditional X block and then chasse it. When he fought other guys in the past, they tend to have their hands Philly shell style, or they'll have their hands down by their hips. Yuri and Sean Strickland, they have a different style of how they go about. I'm always a big fan of the traditional. When you're fighting a high level kickboxer, is having your hands up here. That way if they'll high kick, it's boom, it's here. Boom, it's here. You don't have to guess. You just keep your hands here, boom, go down. So that is one of the things that Khalil did very well in this fight was, his defense was pretty spot on each time Alex threw a head kick. And you can tell his hands are up there, so he doesn't really have to make a big adjustment and guess, essentially. But we did have price picks, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, we did take a fucking L. We did take an L. Where we came up short was, I came up short. Michael had a couple going on. I came up short with the Raquel Pennington. I went with less at 83.5 significant strikes. Typically in the past, when Julia Pena would fight, she would take her opponents down and smash them. But she did not do that tonight. She stood up and banged with Raquel Pennington. But we also did well when it came to my boy Michael Wanzover had 2 takedowns from Julia Pena. She landed at. We also went less with the Khalil Rountree and the Alex Pereira because we thought the fight was going to end a lot sooner in the first and the second round, but the fight turned out to be an absolute banger. But boys, it's part of the game. Me and Michael were sitting here screaming like, take her down, take her down. And she did, and we covered that one. So boys, if you guys want to make the fights more interesting and have a good time while you're watching the fights, do yourself a favor. Go to your app store, download Price Picks, and when you do that, make sure you use my promo code MIGHTY. They have a cool promotion going on right now. You play $5, you win $50, no matter what happens in the fight or the NFL game. And right here, this is, look where Alex is. And this is the size, not the size, but just the range difference, right? Like, he's almost fully extended, and so is Alex, and Alex is getting to Khalil, where Khalil still has a little more. He can get to him, but Alex is going that way, throwing a jab, stepping on the outside of the southpaw. So he has a better foot positioning in the real estate game against Khalil. So good job for Alex being here, going pop, step into the outside of that lead leg against Khalil. And get into Khalil, right? Like, that's one thing Alex says very well. He can go forward. It can also go backwards, right? Where a lot of guys, they only could do one very well. And he's good about going forward and backwards. And here he is going forward. Beautiful technique. But beautiful job from Alex from getting off that angle on that real estate against the southpaw. And boom. And Khalil has some good shots in that fight. Here's Khalil using his strongest weapon, which he's a southpaw, so it's going to be here. And he's lined up, and you can see Khalil's going that way on this outside of his Alex's lead foot, and it's shooting right down the center. And look at that beautiful shot. Like, you know, only other person who's been able to land a nice clean shot like that in Alex's career in the UFC was Izzy Adesanya. And I felt that Khalil was going to have the speed advantage, and he was going to be able to blitz across that void and get to Alex. And here is a shot of it right now, landing a beautiful left hand, which is, you know, Khalil's strongest shot as a southpaw. So a beautiful shot from Khalil right there. And a lot of people were, you know, doubting Khalil that he couldn't get it done. You know, I feel anybody can win a fight, right? And obviously after the fight's done, Alex had so much issues in this training camp, the visa issues, antibiotics, the rib, and all that stuff. So I think Pereira deserves a time to relax. He's been very, very active, not as just a champion, but also as a fighter. Let us continue. A beautiful shot from Khalil Rountree going away from, boom, right there. No danger. And this is the tale of all Alex's fights, even his sparring matches. If you go back and watch all his sparring matches when he does them, he gets to this position right here in a nice sweet spot in the void where he's here. Whoop, get my thing going here. He's so close to hit this punch, right? And he's not even fully extended. What I mean by fully extended, this is almost, he's still bent here a little bit. He's not fully extended here like this. He's almost boom here. Boom, and he's gonna land that shot. So he goes boom here, and he's able to move away from here. If he's fully extended here, he doesn't have much room to come back. It's a longer pullback. So he's very good about boom here, boom, and move, and going after people. And look how close he is to when he throws a shot. So he's in a better range, better positioning to land a shot. And then look how far he has this leg to pull back if he needs be once Khalil gives him response. And we're going to have a couple clips in it. Well, it's one clip of him doing this sparring match. But this is almost like Ilia Topuria. This is Alex's sweet spot. Once he gets here, he feels the trauma. He feels the voodoo. He feels all that stuff, and he's able to let it go. Let's get to the next scene. But that is his sweet spot. Like, each time he got to that point, it was like, oh, you got to move. You got to get out of there. Because once he gets there, he's ready to fucking go. Boom. And here's another shot from Khalil Rountree doing a overhand right. This is a little more unconventional style of throwing that shot like this. He's fully extended, hitting, but he's inside the guard of Alex, and he's going this way, right? That's from this still looks like he's going that way, getting out of exiting the void, as my boy Max would say. He's exiting the void that way. But you know, he did a very good job of getting to Alex in this fight. And like I said, you have to get to Alex without taking any damage to leg kick and all that stuff, which he did a good job of throwing some leg kicks. And here's a high kick from Alex. Now, this is what I mean, that like he has the X guard up here, and he also checked too. So he's on 1 foot. So he's guessing. Well, I mean, it's okay to guess because you never know what he's going to throw, right? We're all making an estimate guess of what he's going to throw when you're fighting somebody, right? Like they show something and you might make the wrong guess and get knocked out. But Khalil made the right guess, right reaction. He blocked it, and he's also checking. So he's getting, what the fuck? Sorry. He's getting 2 boxes checked. The only thing that's open is the body right here. But, you know, you have 3 targets: head, body, legs. Khalil covered 2 of them. The only one that's exposed is the body, and Alex went high. But look at the athleticism of Alex Pereira. 1 foot, beautiful high kick, beautiful block from Khalil Rountree as well. Like I said, I think Khalil and Izzy were the best stand-up artists. And now here was a shot. Now Alex threw a kick. He missed, goes over Khalil's head because he is shorter. And then here is the shot that dropped Alex. Once he dropped him, he didn't follow up. It felt like he didn't follow up, right? Like, and that's the hardest thing when you decide you're not going to grapple in a fight. You're taking one of the tools out, right? Like, it's like, hey, I'm gonna build this house, but I'm only gonna use a fucking hammer to get this house done. When I can use a jackhammer, a level, a sledgehammer, whatever it may be, you're taking out one of the tools that you're able to use in the fight. So it's almost like a boxer. All they can do is box. They have no option. They have to box. In mixed martial arts, you have all the rules. So he could hit him with his right hand, jump on his back, put the hooks in, and start grappling. But, and he's worked with Nicky Rod, so it's not like he can't grapple. But, he landed this beautiful shot. And the reason why he got the shot is because Alex Pereira overthrew his shot, which it happens. I've done it before. And he got caught, his backwards turn. And beautiful shot from Khalil Rountree, just wasn't able to capitalize on it. Like I said, when it's in mixed martial arts, man, you're better off just using all the tools. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Here's the signature left hook from Alex. Right? Look, once again, the technique. I'm sorry, guys. I'm on a table, and this this pen is fucking me up. Okay, look at this. Boom, head, shoulders. His hands are always up when he's throwing. Always up. Khalil Rountree's covering, but that's the beautiful thing I love about Alex is, when I was getting ready for my fights, Matt would slow down the pictures, the fights still by still, and be like, okay, if you're inside the void and you're fighting this person, his hands are going to be down. But Alex's hands are always up in this steal. Right? You guys look, oh, you picked a good steal, that his hands are up. But that's his signature. Bop, bop, bop. Okay, and boom, there's a beautiful shot from Khalil Rountree. Beautiful. Same with him, man. Hands are up, head's there. Head's there, shoulders. There's his hand. I mean, it's beautiful. Beautiful technique, and it's going that way. I mean, this was a very good fight for both these guys and Khalil Rountree. Like, his stock has risen from this fight to show him, like, hey, like, I'm here. I have amazing game in mixed martial arts, and I can take it to the best. That's one thing about mixed martial arts. Anybody can win on any given night, right? It can be anybody's night. Does it continue? Now, here's a shot right here. That's what I'm talking about. Right here. Lands that, boom. Could have jumped on that ass. Jumped on that ass. As our good friend Aljo would say, I'm coming on that ass. Jump on him, sinking your hooks, and it's a grappling match, right? Even though you guys had this agreement that, hey, I'm not going to take you down, jumping on him right here. That was a perfect opportunity to jump on him, sinking. If I was him, I would have jumped on him, sunk them fucking hooks in, and let's get it, baby. It's a grappling match now. But, Khalil let him get up and let him regain his composure. And that's one thing Alex does very well, is he's been dropped before. It's not like he hasn't been dropped. Izzy's dropped him in multiple of his fights, kickboxing and mixed martial arts, and he's able to recover. Chama. Boom. Once again, there is Khalil trying to get to him. Beautiful left hand from Khalil, southpaw, landing. And, this is the biggest thing too. He has all this room to run back, to pull his head back. And as a shorter fighter fighting taller fighters, that's always the biggest problem. It's like even when I'm trying to get the Adriano, the first, the second, the third fight, I'm better off just walking into the void and then waiting for a response and then attacking him instead of trying to get to him because he's going to run back. And that's one of the things that Alex did very well in that fight, is use all the other part of the cage to run back. And there's that right hand from Alex Pereira. Beautiful right hand down the pipe. He's behind that shoulder, right? He's behind that shoulder. So Khalil has to turn to face him. But Alex just has that range of his reach of the pop in there, and just look at the damage and the blood coming out of Khalil's face, man. I mean, it was a sick fight. I mean, regardless of what I was going for, it was a beautiful fight from both those guys. And here's Khalil responding back. Once again, look at the technique of Khalil. Look at the hands. Hands are, this fucking mouse, man. Hands are up, right? Shoulders are up. And that lands too on Alex. Alex is just so freaking tough, man. Beautiful technique from Khalil. Even as he's bleeding. I mean, this gentleman showed true heart last night. Right there. I mean, right there. That's somebody who was not willing to give up and wanted to secure this victory against, you know, the best in the world, Alex. I mean, the fight was, I mean, he's got so much heart and so much technique and skill that he left it all on line. He truly went on his shield. And boom, this is one of the things I love about when I watch Alex is that he'll go in these different zones to where he did it against Izzy too. He throw that knee, and that's just years of kickboxing K1. Look at that. Like, look, he's almost seeing himself in, there's his chin, there's his knee, and there's Khalil's knee. Look at that. Look at beautiful Muay Thai knee right there on Khalil and the Muay Thai plum. You don't really see a lot of good clinch games in the UFC or mixed martial arts nowadays, which I think this is a very strong element of fighting that people don't really utilize. Let's continue. But beautiful clinch work. All right, right here. Boom. So now I've watched a lot of Alex's sparring matches because this is what I do now. I'm not in the game, but I am still part of the game as a content creator. Now, if you go back and watch all Alex's fights, he gets here with a lot of his guys even when he spars. So when he gets, he practices this sweet spot all the time when he spars. That way, when he gets in a fight in the UFC and Octagon, wherever he's going to fight, if he's on the street, he's going to get to this sweet spot and he's going to let it go. Let's watch this play out. Watch this right hand. He's going to bait. Because this guy's a southpaw too. This is a boxer. Watch this. Boom. Wait. Right there. Right? Let me back up just a little bit. Right here. Look at this. He's baiting that. Right? He's baiting that. Okay, let's go here again. I'm going to slow it down one more time. He's here. He's in front. He's going to step his foot. Or this guy's going to step outside there. And he's going to step his foot right here. So he's baiting this shot. Because he wants to slip and he's going to come back with his own. Right? Stop that. I don't want that thing to look ugly. Here we go again. Watch. Here we go. He goes in. The guy throws it. Look at the foot positioning. Foot positioning is there. He slips it, and look what comes back. He was looking for the shot the whole entire time against Khalil. It took a little bit longer for him to get there, but he's always waiting for this shot against a southpaw or even an orthodox. He's waiting for the shot, and look what he does. Comes right back, and look at the position this guy's in. Woo-wee! And I was watching a fight, and once he hit Khalil with that shot. That was the downfall of the fight at the end of round 4. And whack, he hits him, and then boom, gets on him, closes the void, and look what he has now. He's been here before in his sparring matches. So in the fights, when he gets there, he knows how to finish. The thing he did different from his previous fights is that he waited till the animal is almost damn near like ready to give up and die and finish him. But here we go, it's gonna finish this. Boom. Right, stays in that void, stays there. Watch, here's the slip again. Slips, whack, right hand, misses, but he's still on the person. He gets out, closes the distance in the void, jab, right hand, boom, and there it is right there. That right hand, this is after he landed that beautiful right hand against Khalil Rountree, and now he's trying to put the finisher's touches on the fight. But if you watch him enough, as I've watched him and broken down a lot of his fights, you see it, and so he's waiting for that. He gets in that position, and there's a damage on Khalil's face, man. Like I said, true warrior, went out in the shield. He fucking tried, right? You cannot say that about him. He went out there and he did his absolute best, and he gained a lot of fans, and his stock has risen even higher from the display of heart and mixed martial arts and skill. And right here, let's take a look at the strikes. I think this is the most strikes. I could be wrong, but look at that, 129 against 62. That is a very, very high output of Alex. And that just shows you that Khalil is a tough SOB and was able to withstand a lot of that damage. And I had Khalil winning the first 2 rounds just because he was landing a lot more, frustrating Alex, and Alex was able to get his juices going between rounds 3 and 4. Those 2 rounds, they weren't blowouts, but I felt like he was up on the scorecards. And I think a lot of people felt the same way. Michael felt the same way as we were watching it. But, you know, Alex does what he does best. He gets to that positioning inside the void and gets after people. And Michael just notified me and let me know that it's the most strikes of his whole career. So, and there is Alex Pereira. Now, a lot of people, you know, I like to see who he's going to fight next, but he deserves he needs at least 6 months, 7 months off just to relax. Right, that's the thing about mixed martial arts. This guy's always saving the card. He's always stepping up to fight the next challenger. So let this gentleman relax. Let Magomed do his thing, and then the winner of that can fight this gentleman when he's ready to go and healthy. But shout out to Alex Pereira doing his best job and showing why he's the best light heavyweight in the world right now. Now, you guys think you're hilarious, okay? DJ would pick Kevin Hart over Pereira. One thing, I think you guys are probably saying it because I'll probably pick Kevin Hart because he is black. That is not the case, my friend. I would pick Alex Pereira over Kevin Hart because Kevin Hart don't fight. He's too short and he won't be able to, you know, withstand with a mixed martial artist. But boys, I'm curious. What do you guys think? Do you think Kevin Hart has a chance against Alex Pereira? If you think so, leave a comment down below. Just do K Hart. Just do a K and a heart. But if you guys enjoyed this Void breakdown, do yourself a favor, like, subscribe. Also hit the bell to know when we go live, when I drop another banger. And we will see you guys on the next video. Cheers.